Hey Aries, welcome to your weekly forecast for September 26th through October 2nd. Now, you might stumble upon this video a few weeks, months, years from now. It's all good. You're going to see it whenever you're meant to hear the messages. Keep in mind it's a general reading. Not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does and leave what doesn't. For those of you who are my regulars, as you can see from the background here, I am not in my natural habitat. I am still on the road. I am still traveling. But I don't want to leave you guys without a weekly forecast just because I'm on the road. So we're going to make do with what we have, and we're going to connect and see what's coming up here for the Aries collective. So without further ado, my dears and my darlings, let's move you all a little bit closer and see what's coming up for Aries Sun, Aries Moon, and Aries Rising. First card that's coming up here for the collective is you and your beautiful fire sign energy, the Knight of Wands. You might be feeling a little impatient about a situation, and you may feel like you're wanting to set some ultimatums here and like mean them. So I feel that this is an ongoing thing through boundaries. Like you might have been setting boundaries and those boundaries aren't being upheld. And now you're at this point where you're like, look, I'm ready to cut my losses here. I've told you nicely. I've asked you nicely. I've told you firmly. It's up to you. Are you going to step up, and are you going to be respectful? Are you going to respect this boundary, or do you need to go elsewhere? Cuz I'm not doing it. I'm not doing this anymore. I feel like a lot of you are at this place with people where your patience is done. Your patience has run out. And for a lot of you, this is somebody that in some ways is getting special treatment from you. Like anybody else, they would have been gone by now. And so for whatever reason, you might have had certain sympathy, or you may have been making an exception for certain people, but it's done. No more exceptions. And so I feel this is a sense of like some kind of an ultimatum. There could also be with this Knight of Wands, something is being sped up and something is happening much more quickly than you had anticipated. The Knight of Wands makes me feel like for some of you Aries, this Mercury retrograde was a slow period. Maybe you felt like business was slow, or work was slow, or things were very uneventful. Maybe even you felt like you were going backwards. You're like, I'm in retrograde, I'm going backwards. But now that Mercury retrograde is ending, I feel like Aries, you're going to experience things speeding up. It's going to feel like time is moving a lot faster. Things are happening a lot more quickly. Things are popping. Things are getting really busy. A lot of action, much more eventful, happenings. So I feel like you felt like you were going backwards in slow motion, and now everything is moving forward and speeding up. That the retrograde is coming to a close, coming to an end. The next card that's coming up here for the Aries collective is the Ace of Cups. And this makes me really happy, especially since we were just talking about boundaries. Now, Ace of Cups, traditionally speaking, is like a happy home, true love, emotional contentment, emotional fulfillment, soulmate connection, abundance, creativity. It's all of these happy things. But Ace of Cups is a special card for me in my readings because one of the things I've realized, this card tends to come up a lot when somebody I'm reading for, the person I'm reading for, you're going through a really powerful karmic shift. We all have these experiences in our life where we have the same thing happen to us over and over again. We have the same karmic situation. No matter how many times we try to nip it in the bud and put a stop to it, we encounter it the same way somewhere else. The Ace of Cups comes up in the reading for me when the person, like your eyes are finally opened and you finally see what the common denominator is here. Like you finally see what these people or situations have in common. And you're like, there it is. That's what these people or situations have in common. That's where the red flag is. Now I know what the red flag is. Now I know what to look out for. The next time I see this coming my way, I'm going to spot it from a mile away, and I'm not going to hold space for it in my life. I am sick and tired of being unhappy. I am sick and tired of suffering. I'm not doing this anymore. You're basically telling the universe, I demand to be happy and I'm done with this nonsense. I know what to look out for. I've learned my lesson. I'm done with this. Universe says, awesome, wonderful, terrific. Aries' eyes are open now. Aries is alert and awake. Aries no longer needs these painful situations to poke them to wake up. Now that Aries is awake, Aries is ready to learn through happiness, support, laughter, creativity, accomplishment, passion, all of these happy ways. Till now, you've been learning through pain and suffering. But you have these boundaries, you have these ultimatums, you're done, you're turning over the karmic leaf, you're saying enough is enough, and now you're going to learn through support and happiness and success instead of learning through pain and suffering. It's a really positive and powerful shift you're coming into. And it's manifesting a sense of work that is rewarding and fulfilling and satisfying, relationships that are emotionally available, emotionally intimate, loving, supportive, fill the heart with joy and love. You're coming into a time of complete and total emotional contentment, satisfaction, and bliss. You've worked hard for it, so enjoy it. This is a really powerful shift you're coming into, Aries. The next card that's coming up here for the Aries collective is the Six of Swords. Look at this. You're done with drama. You're moving away from drama. Anybody who's drama, anybody who's causing chaos in your life, you're not about it. You're not dealing with it and you're not doing it anymore. You're ready for smoother sailing, peaceful horizons. Sometimes the Six of Swords comes up for me when you might go somewhere, you might visit a place, and all of a sudden it becomes this impromptu relocation because everything just starts falling into place. Everything just starts falling into place, and it's just like magically happening, right? It's like being sped up. And that is aligned with this Knight of Swords energy. Some of you have been thinking about getting a fresh start, and that fresh start is happening much more quickly than you had anticipated. It might start by traveling to visit someone or checking out a town. Next thing you know, work is working out or transferring, and there's a place available that's falling into your lap, and just pow, 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 boom, boom, boom. Things are aligning, things are falling into place, and it's just happening. It's happening quite effortlessly. Some of you are finding yourself coming into a physical move. But overall, Aries, you're done with drama. You're done with drama. You're done with chaos. You're done with anybody who's robbing you of your peace, and you're not doing it anymore. Some of you, I feel it's kind of funny. Some of you are manifesting like a neighbor moving. Some of you have had a neighbor who's been like the bane of your existence. And I feel like you're going to get word that they're leaving. They're moving. They're going to be gone. You're not going to have to deal with their drama or their noise anymore. It's not typically that we can manifest somebody else leaving, but I feel some of you, Aries, you're manifesting this. You're manifesting somebody in the neighborhood, or a close neighbor that's been drama, like they're leaving, they're gone. You're not going to have to worry about them anymore. So for some of you, you're not leaving. The person that was making you want to leave is leaving. So you'll have to let me know in the comments, those of you who've pulled that off, and maybe you can let us know what your secret is here to manifesting this. But I do feel some of you are energetically ousting someone. Like you're like, I'm just done. I'm done with this, and I'm manifesting for this person to be gone because I'm not dealing with it anymore. I don't want it anymore. The next card that's coming up here for the Aries collective is the Empress. Okay, this could be Taurus or Libra energy. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus or Libra sun, moon, rising, or Venus. If you have Taurus or Libra placements, there could be big changes and big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. You may be stepping into divine feminine energy or calling divine feminine energy into your life. This can also be a maternal figure who's crossed over, who's on the other side, who's coming in and seeing to it that these blessings are coming your way and guiding you through these transitions and bringing you direction and messages through your dreams, looking out for you as a guardian angel. I also feel here with this Empress energy that you're coming into a time of really being respected. You're making this shift where you're not dealing or putting up with anybody who's causing you to be out of character. Sometimes people don't take us seriously, or they don't listen until we throw an absolute fit, or until we lose our cool, or there's some kind of drama. Oh, okay, fine. Now they're taking you seriously. Now they're ready to listen. With this Empress energy, you're not doing that anymore. You're done with it. It's like, I shouldn't have to get dramatic. I shouldn't have to get upset. I shouldn't have to get passive aggressive or throw a tantrum or throw a fit. All I need to do is tell you I didn't appreciate that, or that made me feel disrespected, or that made me feel uncomfortable. And we're mature adults and we can hear that and we can know, okay, that needs to be changed. We don't have to get into an argument. We don't have to get into a fight or debate, or I shouldn't have to, snap. And so, because of this boundary, I feel like now you're calling in energy, now you're calling people into your life that are respecting you on this higher level, that are behaving not out of fear and not out of worry that you're going to snap or lose your cool, but they're behaving because they wholeheartedly respect you. And it would make them very sad to fall from your grace, to fall from your favor. They're doing the right thing out of respect, not out of fear, not because they're being forced to, not because they're like, oh, well, I don't want to bite the hand that feeds me. None of that. It's out of genuine respect. And so, Aries, I feel like you're calling respect into your life. And people who listen, people who understand, people who aren't pushing your button or testing your limits. So, like in the past, a lot of you have dealt with people that you give them an inch and they take a mile. They see how much they're able to get away with. You're not entertaining that energy anymore. This is like boss energy. You're coming into boss energy. You're coming into a happy new beginning. You're coming into fulfillment and joy and pleasure and success and enjoying the fruits of your labor. And the right people are going to be around for that. People who are supportive, people who are encouraging, people who are happy to see you do well, people who are happy to see you succeeding. I feel some of you maybe even be stepping into some kind of mentorship where you're teaching or educating or helping others. You're like, I made it. I've finally made it. I'm successful. And now I'm going to help other people. Now I know the way. I know how to get here. I'm going to show other people the path. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. I do have a playlist in the description of the video that will take you to the weekly forecast so you can find your placements more quickly, or watch the forecasts for your friends and family, zodiac signs. There's also a playlist that will take you to the love readings. If you would like to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description That will take you to calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. I hope you guys will come back tomorrow and check out the card of the day. A lot of people have asked me to do daily messages that they found helpful, and so maybe you might like to start your day off with a card. If not, if that's not your cup of tea, no worries. Hopefully you enjoyed the weekly forecast, and I hope that you'll come back next week and check out next week's forecast. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead. Take care and be well, my dears.